postseason series. This is the first time the Bills and Dolphins have met in the playoffs. At one point, Miami beat Buffalo 20 straight times. That carried right through the 70s. In the 80s, it has been a different story. The Bills have won 7 of the last 8, and they won the last 4 here at Rich Stadium. The Buffalo Bills won the toss. They will receive. Don Smith, number 30, is back deep along with Al Edwards. Pete Stoyanovich getting set to kick it off. Don Smith muffed it and then able to recover and brings up near the 25-yard line. And here comes Jim Kelly.
There is an injured player on the field.
It is Marcus Patton who was shaken up.
Number 53. And he just gets dropped.
Marcus Patton, a rookie out of UCLA, an 8th-round draft pick, who has been used for the most part on special teams by the Buffalo Bills, took a shot.
You know, we saw this 3 weeks ago in a game when Don Beebe was here, the Miami-Buffalo game, and Beebe was out blocking, and he got hit on the side by another player, not the one he was blocking. And here's Marcus Patton doing the same thing, blocking downfield, and he gets hit from the side. Freak accidents. Question is now, will the Buffalo Bills, Marv, come out in a hurry-up offense? Because Jim Kelly has not played for a while. He, yesterday talking to Kelly, says he has not missed a beat. Now, that remains to be seen. 2 things are happening. Here they go. They have the ball first off, and they're going right into this wind.
On a look at the offensive alignment, and this offensive line has been outstanding. Wolford, Richard, Hull, Davis, and Ballard. Big bounce-back year for Howard House Ballard. Thurman Thomas and Jamie Mueller are the running backs. Thomas with 154 yards on the ground in that last meeting. And when they go to the passing situation, Don Smith and Al Edwards check in. Head coach Marv Levy was asked, as you see Marcus Patton being taken back to the locker room, Levy was asked about Kelly's scrambling ability in light of the knee problem. Levy was asked, under the circumstances, could he beat Jim Kelly in a foot race? And the 62-year-old Levy said he could have beaten Kelly before he was hurt.
Yeah, we got to understand something now. Marv, he walks and jogs like 5 miles every day. I drive approximately 3 miles every day.
It is a first down at the 24-yard line. And Kelly looking to throw on first down, could not find anyone. Oh, beautiful catch by Thurman Thomas, covered by Mike Reichenbach. It is a 20-yard pickup. And Kelly and the Bills look to go to the no-huddle.
I would look to go to the no-huddle because to see if there's a replay they have control of the ball before he goes out of bounds. Obviously, they say he did.
Fumble. Thurman Thomas coughed it up. And it appears that the Bills have recovered.
It just didn't look like Thurman Thomas had control of the football. Now, Kelly has taken the majority of the snaps all week long and in handoffs. Now, here is right from the center, Ken Hall. Now, does he have control of the ball? He never gets the ball in his hands. And Kelly put it in his gut.
And Keith McKellar on the recovery. Now Thomas rips for the first down, gets out to the 40-yard line. He went for 14.
Well, it's the key to the Miami defense and Miami winning this football game. If they cannot stop Thurman Thomas running the ball and catching the ball, and he's done both in the last 3 plays, they're not going to win the ball game.
First down at the Miami 41. It's Thomas off the draw, stopped by the nose tackle, Sean Lee. And the crowd reacts to the late hit, a little extracurricular activity.
I think a point that has to be made here is when you see the Buffalo Bills in the hurry-up offense with Jim Kelly. He loves it because he thinks this is his element. He calls every single play. He does not look to the bench for any kind of signals.
And as you saw, the Bills have frequently been able to get off to the quick start. Andre Reed. A 40-yard pass play. Andre Reed from Jim Kelly as Reed split between the safety men Jarvis Williams and Louis Oliver. Here is Scott Norwood. Frank Wright will hold. Another quick start by the Bills. Less than 2 minutes gone by. They lead 7-0.
In Miami here, you're looking at man-to-man coverage. Here's J.B. Brown. He's man-to-man here. Here is Oliver. He is man-to-man. And also up here is Jarvis Williams man-to-man on the tight end. And watch what happens. Oliver can't stay with Reed. There's the play. The touchdown. He splits both safeties, and it's touchdown.
Andre Reed so good after he makes the catch. Went 30 yards after the reception. Jim Kelly enjoying that. A spectacular return to action for Jim Kelly. The Bills 7, the Dolphins nothing. Norwood getting set to kick it off. Andre Reed has had a sensational season. Mark Logan is back. It's taken by one of the up men, Stephon Adams. The Buffalo Bills have been superb in kickoff coverage. Hal Garner leading the assault. And Dan Marino and the Dolphins hear it from the crowd as they step on. Richmond Webb, Mark Dennis at the tackles, Keith Sims and Harry Galbraith at the guards. And the center, Jeff Ulenek, Tony Page, and Sammy Smith are the running backs. Smith playing with bruised ribs, however, has refused to go to the flak jacket. And when they go 4 wide, Jensen, Martin, and Pruitt come on. Miami starts out from its 30. That's the tight end, 80 Edmonds, in motion. And it's Smith. Stop. A short pickup for Sammy Smith, and apparently he fumbled it. The Bills claiming that they recovered.
And officials are saying he was down.
The referee is Bob McElwee, and Miami does maintain possession.
Now the Bills are taking out Ray Bentley and are putting in a 50 defensive back to James Williams. All right, here it is. Here's Smith going up inside, and the ball is out. He's still up. That is fumble. But with the whistle blow.
Well, Sammy Smith has had fumble difficulties right throughout the season. Marino, facing the pressure, was looking for Clayton. And a penalty marker is thrown.
I don't know if it's thrown for holding, but because, look, we're right on the line on the 30-yard line here, and it looked like Bruce Smith lined up offside, but they're going to call holding on Buffalo, which will be a first down. But Bruce Smith's arm is offside, and I sat there sitting here watching Richmond Webb. He handled him.
Number 31, defense, 5 yards, automatic first down.
Now, they just put Williams into the game, and he's on Tony Martin. That's holding. Now, that is holding.
James Williams, the rookie from Fresno State, has been the starter in the absence of the injured Kirby Jackson, who is back today. Jackson has been out with a pulled hamstring. Miami first down from their 37. Buffalo 7. And Miami nothing. Off the draw, it is Logan. And he's turned back by the combination of the strong safety Leonard Smith and the left defensive end, Leon Seals. Seals, a question mark coming in because of an injured knee, but he is out there as the starter. Jeff Wright, Bruce Smith up front. Outstanding group of linebackers. Bennett, Conlon, Bentley, and Talley. Bennett and Conlon are Pro Bowlers. And when they go to the dime in the passing situation, Dwight Green and Clifford Hicks come on. That's the normal secondary with Jackson back. Second down and 8. Again on a delay, it's Smith. And once again, the Bills handle the run.
They handled the run because Smith never got to the hole on time. They had Tony Page, number 49, going in and making the blocks. The blocks were there, but Smith never got there. Now you'll see 49 coming from the right of your screen. He's blocking. Now watch right here. Smith goes the wrong way. The blocking is to his left. He goes to his right. Page had a block on Bentley, and the hole was there. He didn't get to it.
And you saw Kirby Jackson involved in the tackle. 3rd down and 5. And this passing down, Jim Jensen has checked in. Will Smith outside. And Marino able to complete out at the 45 to Clayton. Kirby Jackson on the stop. That's Leonard Smith involved with Mark Clayton. But a flag has been thrown.
It's been a long year. Smith, first of all, has been offside, but didn't that ball bounce to Clayton? I mean, it looked like it hit the turf and bounced into Clayton's hand. Turf being rug.
Yes, good.
All right, here's the throw. Smith is offside. Now watch this ball. Does it hit the ground?
Forward passes rule. Offside. Number 7.
Yes.
I thought it hit the ground.
Good eyes, Paul.
Hey.
Very nice. That would have been a 13-yard pass play, but it was short hop.
Bruce Smith, he'll be on the bottom left of your screen. You'll see Bruce Smith. He comes across. And, you know, the one thing that you're taught once you come across, and Marino sees it. He sees the flag go. He sees Bruce. Now, if the whistle blows, that's offense. If the whistle doesn't blow, then he knows his defense. He has a free play. And I think Marino's smart enough to know that.
Bruce Smith, the 1990 AFC Defensive Player of the Year. However, statistically, in games against the Miami Dolphins, he has not come up with big stats. That does not necessarily mean that he has not played well, but he has been held in check, in particular this year, by the rookie left tackle, Richmond Webb.
All right, now, first of all, Marino gets his arm hit, but it looks... It is being reviewed. Now, when you look at it that way, he has his hands under and it comes into his chest. They may call this good because the play was called good on the field, and there's not enough there to overturn it.
Mark Clayton made his return against the Buffalo Bills 3 weeks ago, a return from a knee injury, and it looks like he caught it.
It looks like he does now because his hands are underneath the ball, and that's the first thing that they have to look at. If his hands are underneath the ball, they'll give him the catch.
I was talking with Clayton at practice yesterday. He said he suffered a similar injury to the one that Jim Kelly sustained, and he said he doesn't understand how Kelly can be ready to play today.
Well, he got braces and he's tough.
Incomplete.
Well, they say
now will assess
incomplete.
The 5-yard penalty. We're going to use the stakes because the ball will be a few inches short of the line to gain.
We're going to have to start scripting, Bob.
Bob with a very precise interpretation.
Well, they got a big old scoreboard up here. They can put like a teleprompter up there for him. He can read it off of there. Nice going, Bobby.
But the ruling on the replay is that it was inconclusive. Certainly had the proper angles. It appeared, and I take it you agree, it appeared that he did catch it.
Well, after looking at it, it did. And I thought the play was ruled a completion on the field because I didn't see an official run up and wave his hands and wave it off.
It is a 3rd down and 1 for the Dolphins from their 46. Actually inches away. Now what? An official timeout taken. And now we're set to resume. 4:15 gone by in this first quarter. It's the Bills 7 and the Dolphins nothing. And the first down is collected by a surging Sammy Smith.
Sammy Smith went over the top, you know, and if he could keep his feet and come down, he can still run because he's not on the ground. There's not a part of his body that touches. Watch when Sammy Smith goes up over the top. He's following Page up in the middle. Now see right here, if he comes down on the ground with his feet, he can start running because no part of his body touched the ground.
Sammy Smith had a good one in the victory over the Kansas City Chiefs last week. 82 yards, 20 carries, despite extremely painful and bruised ribs. That he's not wearing a flak jacket, admitting he had enough problems with fumbles, and that would make it even worse in terms of gripping the ball. Smith gets across the 50. Conlon, Shane Conlon, and Leonard Smith combine on the tackle.
You know, when you're talking about Sammy Smith, Marv, one thing about a playoff game, because, you know, the losers go home. It's all over. Nothing hurts. Nothing hurts anymore. When the game starts, I mean, we know that John Offerdahl is not playing, and I had a chance to talk to John yesterday, and he's sick to his stomach. He said, if there's any way possible that I can play, I'll be there, and you know I'll be there.
Offerdahl out with that strained arch, could barely walk around at practice yesterday. Second down and 5 at the 48. And again to the ground, Smith on the slant, gets inside the 45. Conlon and Jackson combining on that stop.
The last time that Miami played here, which was 3 weeks ago, Tony Page was not 100%. Didn't play very well. And Smith loves to follow Page. Here comes number 49 into your picture, Tony Page. He loves to block. You see Smith just looking at Tony Page. He's right in the hole, right behind Page.
Dan Marino telling us that Tony Page is the best blocking fullback that he's ever played with. He says Tony even puts licks on the inside linebackers.
He even hits his own people.
Yes, he does.
You know, that what was about 8 or 9 games or 10 games into the season, they took, it's a first down, they took a poll down in in Miami, and Tony Page was the most valuable player, voted by the fans the most valuable player on this team.
He's done it both as a blocker and also as a very valuable pass catcher out of the backfield. First down at the 43. Miami with 6 plays, all on the ground. Both Marino passes overruled by penalties, so has not put one up. Now looking to throw. And fires, and it is incomplete. Nearly picked off. Nate Odoms had a shot at it. Mark Duper, the intended receiver. And the Dolphins looking for the call. There's a flag thrown.
Marv, this ball, first of all, is thrown late. Number 2, it's thrown behind. Now, I don't know where the interference is. Take a look, and here comes Duper inside. Now, does Nate hit him? Yes, before the ball gets there. You cannot do that. You can't go through the man to the ball. Marino's looking for a flag. You're going to get it. Hold on. Here it comes. You have as much right to the ball, but you can't knock off the offensive man to get to it.
So Miami first down at the Buffalo 28. Dan Marino had come into today, completing his last 10 passes. Big hit on Sammy Smith. It is Bruce Smith greeting Sammy Smith. Again a flag.
Yeah, actually, Jeff Wright had a shot at him in the backfield, missed it, but they'll take the penalty here. McElwee, wait a minute, Dan, I'll get to you in a minute. Let me get this straightened out over here first.
That was not off the teleprompter. Very active start for the referee, Bob McElwee.
And just to the right, that's Sims, number 69, that just jumps offside. So I bring it back.
First and 15 from the 32. Mark Logan stopped by Conlon and Smith.
Well, Bruce Smith got across the line. These plays are a little late, and if you're going to run a play away from Bruce Smith and he sees the run, you've got to block back on him to make sure that he doesn't get down into the flow of things. He did that time and got Logan before he got started. Didn't tackle him, but slowed him down.
Paul, we are just about midway through the first quarter. Bills with a 7-0 lead. Dan Marino officially has yet to throw a pass. You recall the fourth quarter against Kansas City last week. Hit on all 8 of his pass attempts. Miami coming back from that 16-3 deficit. Second down, 16 from the 33. And that is completed on the screen to Logan. But Cornelius Bennett able to cut it off. It will be a 3rd down and 14. And I detect some snowflakes dropping. They said snow showers, more rain throughout the day.
All right, they take Leon Seals out now, and Mike Lodich, number 73, comes in as the defensive end.
And Jim Crash Jensen is back in there as an extra wideout. Off the roll, Marino goes across the field. That was caught by the center, Jeff Ulenake, who did not want it. Instinctively, he went for the reception and then dropped it.
Well, the problem is that Cornelius Bennett, number 97, grabbed Jensen as the ball was getting there. Now, he's not beyond the line of scrimmage.
Behind the line. That's a loss of down penalty. Loss of down penalty.
63 touched the ball. That was a...
They get Ulenake touching the ball. But watch this. Here comes Jensen. Now, here's Cornelius Bennett. He just knocks him down. Great defensive play. And that's where Marino was going.
And we're told that the left guard, Keith Sims, was downfield. And here's the field goal unit. Pete Stoyanovich, who connected from 58 yards for an NFL playoff record last week against Kansas City, attempting from 49. The backup quarterback, Scott Seafuels, will put it down. The angle to the left. And he puts it right through a 49-yard field goal by Stoyanovich. 7 minutes remaining in this first quarter. It's the Buffalo Bills 7 and the Miami Dolphins 3. Pete Stoyanovich, who hit from 49 yards away to get the Dolphins on the board, getting set to kick it to Don Smith and Al Edwards. Buffalo 7, Miami 3. The winner today advancing to the AFC Championship game. It's taken by Edwards. And he muffed it.
He's down. He's down. He is down. The ball is Buffalo's ball.
Down by contact is the call.
All right, you see Edwards coming up, and the ball down by contact. I don't know why they say that. The ground cannot cause a fumble. Here it is. He's down. The ball comes out. The ground cannot cause a fumble. Sure, he's down by contact. When you get hit, that's contact. Everybody's contact. Here comes Edwards. He's spinning. The ball's not coming out. Only when he hits the ground does the ball come out. Good call.
I'm waiting for the call. The air does not cause the interception call. I'm looking for that one.
Here.
Off the swing, it is Thurman Thomas. Thomas out to the 44-yard line. We were talking with Pete Stoyanovich at practice yesterday. He said the most difficult aspect about the field today is kicking on a slick turf. But he still was able to hit from 49 yards away. In the hurry up, Kelly getting the time, and now going deep. James Lofton on the reception. Covered by Tim McKyer.
Look at this catch by Lofton. You talk about some total concentration. Now watch his feet just to make sure he's in bounds. He gets it down 3 times. But the thing about what's happening is the offensive line, they're giving Kelly all day to throw the football. And Miami, they're just not putting any heat on him.
44-yard pass play. Thomas stopped by the inside linebacker, Cliff Odom. Jim Kelly is 4 for 4, 111 yards, including 1 touchdown to Andre Reed. And a Dolphin player is down. It is the nose tackle, Sean Lee, who has been bothered by back problems. He's had a sore back past couple of weeks. Man who's emerged as the starting nose tackle, acquired from Atlanta just before the start of the season. 2nd down and 7. Kelly throwing, and is broken up. Mike Reichenbach, man starting, replacing the injured John Offerdahl, getting a piece of it. It was intended for Andre Reed.
That time, Reichenbach is the guy that saved the touchdown because Andre Reed, again, was one-on-one on the outside on Oliver. Number 52, watch what he does. Right here, he gets his hand on the ball. He's reading Reed. He is the guy to the inside. Super play.
3rd and 7. The tight end, McKellar, stopped at the 6 by Odom.
Odom had the tight end all the way. The advantage here is the offense because the offensive receivers and running backs know exactly where they're going. Defense doesn't.
And Cliff Odom able to put the clamps on Keith McKellar to stop McKellar 4 yards short of the 1st down. So Scott Norwood will attempt a 24-yard field goal. Norwood's 2nd in AFC scoring, 110 points behind Nick Lowry of the Kansas City Chiefs. Snap, and it's put through. So the Bills extend to a 10-3 lead on the Dolphins.
The most important thing about this is the protection of Jim Kelly. They're keeping Thurman Thomas in. The 4-man rush is not getting there, and Kelly has all the time in the world. Now watch what Lofton does. Total concentration on the ball, over the outstretched hands of McKyer, but the presence of mind to get your feet down and stay in bounds. That's super play.
Not bad for a 34-year-old wide receiver. James Lofton, 13th year in the NFL.
He's got the legs of a 33-year-old.
You're so kind.
I'm trying to help him out.
James Lofton. Green Bay to the Raiders, and this is 2nd season with the Buffalo Bills. Scott Norwood teeing it up. Had some difficulty. The wind becoming a factor. Light snow is falling. Temperature now at 32 degrees. Here in Buffalo, that's Mark Logan, the deep man. And a short kick. Here's Logan. Able to accelerate across the 30-yard line. Well, 3 possessions, all resulting in points. Kelly to Reed for 40 yards on the touchdown score. 49-yard field goal by Stoyanovich, and then a 24-yard field goal by Norwood.
The amazing about Stoyanovich is his field goal for 49 yards. He actually slipped before he hit the ball. That's incredible.
He claims he has kicked 71-yard field goals in practice.
I believe it. He kicked a hole in that bubble yesterday.
1st down at the 32. Incidentally, Marino's streak is stopped. He's 1 for 2. So he connected on 11 straight passes, 2 short of the club record. And he goes short. Intended for Mark Duper. Covered by Nate Odoms.
Also covered by Ray Bentley, the inside linebacker, number 50. If that ball would have been on target, that man right there, Ray Bentley, might have had it.
Yes, Ray, the avid Alice Cooper fan. You'll notice the eye black in Alice Cooper style that he proudly wears.
I always thought he just was crying before the ball game and his eyeshadow ran on him.
It is a 2nd and 10 from the 32. 4.5 remaining in this 1st quarter. Off the draw, Mark Logan is stopped. They have not been able to get the running game going. Shane Conlon and Kirby Jackson combined to make the tackle.
Shane Conlon closed so fast on Logan that Logan didn't have a chance. I mean, that's a pickup of about a yard. It could have been a lot more. And number 58, Shane Conlon, just makes a tremendous play right here. He's in his face, makes the tackle. Jackson was just there. Conlon did it all.
Fourth tackle of the quarter for Shane Conlon. Third down and 9 from the 34. Marino trying to avoid Seals, and it's picked off on a deflection. Nate Odom with the interception for Buffalo.
Just popped into Nate Odom's hands. Reno just tried to drill a ball. You're trying to force it. The rush was on. And here comes Clayton across. Now watch what happens here. Here's where the ball is forced in. Tally is there, and it just pops right into Nate Odom's hands. Here's Marino. This ball is fired. It goes right off of Clayton's chest. Turnovers.
Rare interception for Marino. Picked off only 11 times during the regular season. Buffalo from the Miami 38. Thurman Thomas with the straight ahead. Gets inside the 35-yard line. Stopped by T.J. Turner. And you look back at the earlier games in week 2 in Miami with the Dolphins defeating the Bills. You see 3 turnovers by Buffalo, and 3 weeks ago here, Miami turned it over twice as Kelly throws deep for Lofton and broken up. Nearly picked off by the right corner, J.B. Brown.
Problem is that Jim Kelly on that play tried to just drop the ball over the defensive back, J.B. Brown, and the wind is blowing directly into his face. Watch this. The ball basically stops because you see Lofton coming back to the ball. Brown is in perfect position to make the play, but the wind just stopped the ball and dropped it right in front of him.
Sets a 3rd and 6. Again, Kelly gets the time. And runs for the first down and then coughs it up. It is recovered by Buffalo. Big break. Don Shula walking that one off as the center, Kent Hull, was able to get the wraps on it.
Well, if you weren't wondering if Jim Kelly's leg is all right and how tough he really is, and I said at the beginning, I didn't think they should start him. Obviously, I was wrong. All right, here comes Kelly. Now he knows that he has to run with the ball, and he knows where the first down marker is, but the ball is stripped away. And when the ball is stripped away, Ken Hall, the center, is right down there on the ball.
The end result, a pickup of 16, a first down at the 17-yard line. Thomas collects 2, stopped by Jeff Cross. Jim Kelly is playing with a brace fitted for his knee injury, a new knee brace that provides more support and protection than the one he used to use. He had been working strenuously on the treadmill. Lateral movement still difficult. Jim told us yesterday when he took the first couple of snaps when he began practice early in the week, he was so awkward, teammates were laughing at him. Nice diving catch and a flag thrown. Lofton with the reception in front of Micaiah.
You know how they found out his knee was all right? Really? And you're going to laugh and you're going to think this is strange, folks, but it's true. Wednesday, Jim Kelly went in and had his brace put on.
Holding, defense, penalty is declined, first down.
If you take a look inside, you're going to see the holding. I'll get back to the Jim Kelly deal. But there is the holding, and if it's 29, it's Lifford Hobley. But it is the first down. But let me just tell you something. Jim Kelly, they put the brace on, and Eddie Abramowski, the trainer, taped his right leg. And it's his left leg that's hurt. They didn't realize until after practice that they taped the wrong leg, but the brace was on, and they figured he was all right.
And it's a first and goal from the 7, and Kelly just throws it away. Lofton was well covered. Covered by Micaiah.
You see what Lofton did to McCarr? He faked McCarr out. McCarr had his back to him, to James Lofton. He's in the end zone. He knew that Kelly was throwing the ball away, but he fakes him. Watch this. Here goes Lofton. Now McCarr has got his back to him. Watch this. Watch what Lofton does. The ball wasn't even near it.
Second and goal from the 7 with 1:41 remaining in this opening quarter. Kelly lofting it. Intended for Andre Reed. Covered by the free safety, Lewis Oliver, and Reed is shaken up.
Andre turned all the way around to get the ball. Watch this. And the way he turned is absolutely perfect. But when he comes down, Oliver lands on him, and it looks like you don't guess even in a situation like this. But the thing about Reed that made the play almost a touchdown is that when Reed, you see how Reed turns? He didn't turn his back to the ball. He turned into the ball. Always keeping the ball in flight, in line with his eyes.
Timeout is taken with 1:37 remaining in this first quarter. We'll be right back. Ball wide receiver Andre Reed, who apparently is all right following this sequence in the end zone.
Well, Oliver fell on him, and more than anything else, I think he just got the wind knocked out of him because he wasn't limping and he's not moving his shoulders or anything.
It is a third and goal at the 7. Buffalo 10, Miami 3. 1:37 left in this first quarter. Direct snap to Thurman Thomas. Well, we asked Marv Levy, expect to do anything different? Any trickery? He said no.
No, they run this play quite a bit. And Jim Kelly gets back there with Thurman Thomas. They direct snap to him. If it works, fine. If it doesn't in this situation, you're already in field goal range.
But Marv attempting some chicanery here down at the goal line. And here is Scott Norwood with a 22-yard attempt. Earlier this first quarter, he connected from 24. During the regular season, 20 for 29. The holder is the backup quarterback, Frank Reich. With 51 seconds to go in this first quarter, it is now Buffalo 13, Miami 3. Time with NFL Live. Marv Albert, Paul McGuire from Buffalo, New York, where the snow is falling. The temperature at 32 degrees. The wind will eventually be a factor, but on the nippy side.
Advantage offense.
Well, Scott Norwood apparently not having the same kind of difficulty with the slippery turf as Miami's Pete Stoyanovich. Earlier we saw Stoyanovich hit from 49 yards away. Now watch the follow through.
Well, it's amazing that he kicked it 49 yards because his left foot, which is the plant foot, was slipping before he even hit the ball. But his leg is so strong, and he made the connection and made a 49-yard field goal going down.
51 seconds left in this first quarter. Line drive kickoff by Norwood. Mark Logan on the return. Takes a hard hit out at the 23-yard line. Dan Marino only 1 for 4 for 2 yards. That has been it. Miami with just 21 total yards. Buffalo with 167. In contrast, Jim Kelly coming off the knee injury and a question mark in terms of the starting assignment today is open strong. 6 for 10, 123 yards. Again to the ground for Sammy Smith. Nothing.
Marv, these plays are taking too long to get back to the line of scrimmage. The offensive linemen cannot hold their blocks that long because they're slipping and sliding. You've got to hit something a little quicker where the defense can't get set and hold your offensive line and then make the play. Marino's going all the way back about 6 yards to the halfback to hand him the ball, sometimes 7 yards, and it just takes too long to get back.
Time running down in the first quarter, and they do not get it off. That is the end of one. the Bills hear it from the home crowd. They lead the Dolphins by the score of 13-3. 80,000 on hand at Rich Stadium in Buffalo on a very cool and crisp afternoon. Second down and 9 for the Dolphins as we get started. In the second quarter, Marino can't find anyone and able to dump it off to Logan. The slippery footing a factor, and it certainly has been affecting Dan Marino. Leonard Smith made the stop on Mark Logan.
It affects Dan Marino, but take on the left of the screen is Bruce Smith. You're not going to see him come in the picture except for right there. You know why? Because they had 3 guys on him, including Logan, who slips out of the backfield. Nice touch by Marino. Leon Seals is forcing Marino to throw the ball, but Logan still cannot keep his footing. His hit goes down. They don't have the first down. They got third and about 3.5.
The ball inside the 30. The Bills 13 and the Dolphins 3. The winner advances to the AFC Championship game, facing the winner between the Bengals and the Raiders. Almost picked off by Kirby Jackson. The pass intended for Mark Clayton. And for the first time, the Dolphin punting unit checks in.
Marino is totally upset because he's saying that Crash Jensen, number 11, coming out of the backfield is being held, and that's why he's upset. Not with what happened downfield where it was almost intercepted by Jackson, but Crash Jensen, number 11, is the man he was looking at. He's on the ground. You see, was knocked down by Darryl Talley, and that's what Marino is upset about.
Reggie Roby back at his 15. He had one block last week by the Chiefs. Steve Tasker telling us that the Bills might go after Roby. Gets this one away. Al Edwards covered immediately. Kerry Glenn, outstanding special teams player, making the stop. It is a 37-yard punt. Buffalo gets the ball back. Dan Marino very upset. His club trailing 13-3.
Went to commercial. You saw Marino being upset a little bit. Watch this. This is why. Watch Talley on Jensen. Now that's mugging right there. That is illegal. And that's what Marino is complaining about. And you're absolutely right, Dan.
And it's the second time he has been upset that Jensen has been interfered with.
Yeah, they're just clocking him as soon as he comes out of the backfield.
Buffalo first down from their 33. Thurman Thomas on the slant, able to break a tackle. Good second effort. Run out by Tim McKyer. I asked Tim McKyer yesterday if the coaching staff had requested that he low-key it this week in light of his unusual strong statements about the opposition. And Paulie said no. He said the Bills are wonderful competitors, remarkable human beings, and he has only great respect for the city of Buffalo. But he said no one had talked to him to temper his thoughts. Off the draw, it's Thomas. He also complained about James Lofton. Of course, Lofton had similar thoughts about McKyer and some of the other members of the Dolphin secondary. McKyer said that Lofton is amazing because he grabs his face mask and pushes off. He was rather outspoken last week concerning the Kansas City secondary. Thomas with the first down. Cross midfield, stopped by Cliff Odom. Odom and Oliver combining. McKyer said that the Kansas City cornerbacks now have an extra week to prepare for the Pro Bowl. Very gentle thoughts.
He was generous with everybody. I mean, and he is outspoken, and he really doesn't care.
First down at the 48. Buffalo again. Out of a hurry up, and Kelly completes to Andre Reed.
Runs right by Lewis Oliver. I don't know if Lewis Oliver thinks he's going to get some help or not. I think he was depending on some help on the inside by Jarvis Williams, number 26, but he did not get it. And Andre Reed just split the seam. 43-yard pass play. The Bills have it at the 6.
Andre shaken up in the first quarter. Patio right. Here's Thurman Thomas for the touchdown. Thomas going 5 yards for the score. And here is Norwood. Thurman Thomas scored 13 touchdowns during the regular season. Buffalo Bills looking to make it 20-3 with only 3 minutes gone by in the second quarter. It's been all Buffalo. They lead by 17.
Thurman Thomas. Now, this on a third down play, what the Miami Dolphins are trying to do is cover Thurman Thomas with a linebacker. And that's Cliff Odom, 93. That's a 10-yard pickup. Now, that's impossible. That's not working.
And the kickoff taken by Logan. Good low tackle out at the 20 by Steve Tasker.
All right, Marv, now we saw Thurman being covered by a linebacker. That's not working. Now, let me show you something else. Here is Oliver. And right back here in this corner, you'll see him come into the picture, is Jarvis Williams. They are trying to cover Andre Reed with a safety, with help from the strong safety. And that isn't working. Now remember, Andre Reed caught a touchdown pass in the first quarter on Oliver.
Dan Marino only 2 for 6 for 8 yards. And his club in a hole. The running game got nowhere. He's got to put it up. He does. And it's almost picked off by Bruce Smith. The pass intended on the screen for Sammy Smith.
Well, I know it's snowing. I know the weather's bad. And I know you're frustrated, Dan. But if you can't see this guy, first of all, you come to the line of scrimmage and you know where he is. You always do. And now watch this. Here's Bruce. That ball hit him right in the gut. He was trying to hit Sammy Smith. Bruce almost made an interception.
2nd and 10 from the 20. Smith and Page, the running backs. Off the draw, it's Smith. Gets out to the 25, met by Cornelius Bennett. Sammy Smith in his 2nd season out of Florida State. And we have reached the point where we barely can read the yard line numbers. We are losing the field, Paul, right before our eyes.
I'm used to it. I live here. I'll tell you, they're at the 25-yard line.
Good.
Okay?
It is a 3rd down and 5 from the 25. Mark Duper has the first down across the 35-yard line. Odoms and Talley combined on the stop, and that went for 11.
All right, Nate Odoms, here he is. He's on Duper. He gets down in that position. He feels that he can come up and get his hands on. Now, Duper just running just a hitch, trying to get 5 yards. Make sure of the catch first. Nate Odoms comes in. Leonard Smith comes in. Darryl Talley comes in. But he got the first down.
And the first catch of the day for Mark Duper. First down at the 36. 5 minutes gone by, second quarter. The Bills 20 and the Dolphins 3. Play action. Marino with the time and completes to Duper, who gets away. Touchdown, Miami. And in that instance, we saw perhaps the slippery field hurting the Bills. They could not get the grasp on Mark Duper, who went for 64 yards for the score.
The most important thing here is Nate Odoms is on Duper again. But the thing about it is Marino had all the time to throw the ball. Now look at this where this pass is. Perfect pass over the middle. Now they don't make any plays. First of all, Nate Odoms tries to go for the ball. That is his first mistake. Instead of making the tackle, Duper outruns him for the touchdown. Make the tackle. If you can't make the play on the ball, you make the tackle.
It has been a bounce-back season for Mark Duper. 52 receptions during the regular year. Last year, hobbled by injuries. And he has brought Miami back from out of it. Puts it right through. So with 9:54 remaining in this first half, the Bills now lead the Dolphins by the score of 20-10. Back to Rich Stadium, better than 80,000 on hand. The Bills led the NFL in attendance this season for the third straight year. However, they were silenced by that 64-yard pass combination between Marino and Duper.
Silence is deafening.
Yes,
I heard that somewhere.
Paul, you're so deep.
Thank you so much.
Smith and Edwards are back. Stoyanovich puts it on the ground, and it is picked up by Al Edwards. Will pound his way across the 30-yard line. Mike Reichenbach making the stop.
All right, let's look at the touchdown to Duper. Now, here's a couple things happen here. First of all, Leonard Smith misses the tackle. That's going to happen right here. Now, hold it right there. Watch Nate Odoms. He reaches for the ball. Duper is so good, he moves the ball over to his left hand. Now, here comes Kelso. He, in turn, misses the tackle. But Nate Odoms, trying to go for the ball, cost the Bills a touchdown for Miami. And now they're back in the ball game. The problem is, Dolphins haven't been able to slow down the Buffalo Bills offense.
The Bills from their 33. Kelly getting the time and connects with Lofton. It is a first down at midfield. Jarvis Williams up from the strong safety position to make the stop. Third catch for James Lofton, who went for 17 yards. Now the Bills have had 4 possessions. All 4 have resulted in scores. A couple of touchdowns and the 2 field goals. Kelly is now 9 for 13. A very impressive first half. And able to stand right in, and it is incomplete, intended for Lofton.
Remember the last time we did the game, we asked Marv Levy about this hurry-up offense and how long do you stay in it, when you should get in and get out of it. They've been in it the entire game so far. But it's been successful. Now, they played in other games where they've gotten into it and given the ball back right away. That's the problem with it. If you start throwing like they just did there and you drop the ball, the clock stops.
Again, out of the hurry-up, second down and 10. And here's Kelly running for the second time and slides for the first down.
If they mark it where he slides to, he doesn't get the first down because he had to be to almost to the 39-yard line. They're going to mark it at the 40. See that 4 on there?
Correct, just short.
Right up on the top. That's still a 4.
What eyes?
It'll be covered in a moment.
It is third, about a yard. And now the first down is picked up by Thurman Thomas. David Griggs on the tackle. Each time we have done a Buffalo Bills telecast, head coach Marv Levy tells us that, yes, the Bills have succeeded with the hurry-up, but he points out the downside of the system is that at times it takes you out of the running game, and you must be able to run to win a championship. And here are the Bills going to the run as Thomas gets short yardage. Odom and Griggs combine on the stop. But here are the Bills, if they win today, moving on to the AFC Championship game.
Which will be here. Here comes Thurman Thomas, and this is just a handoff to Thurman. This is a direct running play. It's not a draw. And Jim Kelly, again, with the hurry-up offense, he calls all the plays. Nothing from the bench.
Second down and 7. And it's Kelly on the run. I don't think going into today, Jim Kelly had the thought he would be running this frequently.
No, he didn't. And what's happening is they're trying to collapse everything to the inside because the thinking of Miami is that Jim Kelly will not run outside. Well, he's not running outside. He's running up the middle.
And once again, it's a third down, less than a yard, and Thomas hit back behind the line. Hugh Green making the stop.
Now Jim Kelly is signaling the sidelines. He wants something over there. Hugh Green, nobody blocked Hugh. They ran Thurman to the outside, and he lost 2.5 yards on the play. What do? You going to go for it? Marv Levy is.
Well, it would be a 46-yard field goal for Norwood, who is not noted for long-distance kicking. And Kelly has the first down. Andre Reed stopped by Williams and Oliver.
All right, here we go again. Now, this is not working. You've got to put somebody else in the ball game. You've got to take one of these safeties out, either Oliver or Williams, because what you have now, Andre's limping off the field, but you've got Oliver and Williams trying to cover Reed, and they're not doing a good job because Kelly knows that underneath Reed is going to be open for at least 6 yards.
Tough first half physically for Reed. Side handoff for Thomas and for the Dolphins. Jarvis Williams made the stop.
The biggest problem here, the Miami Dolphins defense, they have not even slowed the Buffalo Bills down at all. I mean, you're talking about big chunks. You're at 4th down and 3 yards to go. They pick up 12. You got 1st and 10, you pick up 9.
2nd and 1. Again, Thomas looking to throw. He can get back up.
No, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I've seen an awful lot of things happen, and I know this man has a torn cartilage and torn ligaments. Jim Kelly I'm talking about. But Thurman Thomas, this was a handoff to throw back to Jim Kelly. I guess he is well. They've been lying to us. He's 100%. Look at this. Here goes Thurman to watch Kelly. Now he sees the play on. He's going out. Number 12 is in the pass pattern. And Thurman looked at him. I don't buy that one. Wait a minute. I know he's healthy and he's tough, but he's not that tough.
And Sean Lee, the Miami nose tackle, is shaken up once again. Good start for Thurman Thomas. 15 carries, 49 yards, and was looking to toss one. He's also caught 3 balls.
The only time I was just sitting here, the only time I'm thinking about Thurman Thomas that he's been for a loss was Hugh Green one time, and this time here when he went to throw the ball, he fell down. Nobody hit him.
Timeout is taken. 5:24 remaining in the first half. Snowy Buffalo. Marv Albert with Paul McGuire. Buffalo leading Miami by the score of 20-10. 5:24 remaining in the first half. The winner today moves on to the AFC Championship game to go against the winner of the Bengals and the Raiders. If Buffalo wins, the title game is right here. If Miami wins, they would play at Los Angeles or Cincinnati. It's a 3rd down and 4. The 11th play of the drive.
And with that injury to Lee, it gave them a chance to get their nickel defense in, finally.
And Kelly, oh, nice catch by Lofton. Reception of the game for James Lofton. 82 yards for the 34-year-old out of Stanford, and it's now Buffalo 26 and Miami 10. Lofton and Reed have just killed the Miami defense.
The guy that they killed, Marv, is Louis Oliver.
So Scott Owen adds the extra point. Bills now with a 27-10 advantage.
All right, when you see coming across now, Lofton just pushes off, and here's Oliver 25 coming in. Supposed to be helping on the inside. Misses the tackle, but he is the guy that has inside coverage. So Rodney Thomas, number 24, is the guy to let him go inside. Now, the big play of the drive was Andre Reed again. And now you're sitting looking at Andre Reed, and he is here. Here's Oliver. Now here's Jarvis Williams back here, and I'll get to that in just a moment. But when you take a look at it, here comes Oliver taking the slot man again, the safety on Andre Reed. Kelly reads it right off the bat, and he's waiting on it. Coming up, right there is Jarvis Williams. He's actually useless back there. But the problem is, his job, I would imagine, is if somebody falls down, he's got to cover deep. And he's hoping they can cover everything short, which they have not been able to do. So they better better get a fifth defensive back in there and sacrifice something somewhere else. Or they better start blitzing Jim Kelly and not give him that much time to throw the football.
The Bills have had 5 possessions, and they're 5 for 5. 5 scores. The 2 field goals by Norwood, plus 3 touchdowns.
Tom Olivadotti told us yesterday that no one this year has thrown for 300 yards on Miami. Kelly's got what?
222 and counting. Don Smith holding it for Scott Norwood. Here's Logan on the return. He's crunched. Mark Pike leading a group of tacklers coming up at halftime. NFL Live with Bob Costas, Will McDonough, O.J. Simpson. Gail Gardner will preview the 49er Redskin playoff matchup, and Todd Christensen will have a close-up look at the Bengals and the Raiders. That will be seen tomorrow right here on NBC. 5 minutes, 2 seconds to go in the first half. And Dan Marino, hearing it from the crowd, sets the screen. And the tight end Farrell Edmonds on the catch, stopped by Cornelius Bennett.
It's just to delay Farrell Edmonds as the tight end, and watch, he's going to sit up for just a second right here on Cornelius Bennett, just to draw him out, let him go. Leon Seals almost makes a super play, but look how far away Cornelius Bennett was, only a couple of yards. He knew that even if Farrell Edmonds is not blocking anybody, he still has a chance to come out. Stayed with him.
Pick up a 5, a second down and 5 from the 28. Sammy Smith did well to keep his footing and pick up the first down.
Just keep your legs moving, because all the offensive linemen are trying to do is get a push on the defensive lineman, because the footing is really bad out there. Bruce Smith shaking his head. That is either one of two things. Either he can't get footing or he's being held. I'll go with the being held deal. But the guy, you know, when you take a look at Richmond Webb, he does a super job, and he's done a good job on Smith today.
Webb and Dennis at the tackle, Sims, Galbraith the guards. The center is Ulenig. Play action. Marino trying to hide the ball, but could not find anyone. Now does. Smith is collared.
Marino's
run down by Shane Conlon.
Richmond Webb is, I'm telling you, the guy belongs in the Pro Bowl. There's no question about it. Watch this blocking on Bruce Smith. 78 on 78. First of all, he takes him to the inside. Watch this. Now he's got him. He pushes him back. Now watch what he does. He stays in front of him. Here comes Marino back. Bruce Smith has no chance. Shane Conlon makes a super play on Sammy Smith. It is second down and about 1.
Richmond Webb telling us yesterday, as long as he can get his hands on Bruce Smith, he's in good shape, and he has those long arms. And Page is overthrown by Marino, covered by Conlon.
I'm sorry, Marv, but I just saw Darryl Talley go airborne. I mean, and the next thing to hit was his back. He tried to jump up in Marino's face, and they dropped him. Here he comes to the left of the screen. There he is up in the air. Watch this. Boing. I love it. He's up. He's up.
Paul, you've lost control, and we're still early.
I just love it. It's a game. It's football. It's in the snow.
56 remaining in the first half. Third and less than a yard. Smith has the first down. The Bills with a 27-10 lead on the Dolphins. Touchdown passes from Kelly to Reed, Kelly to Lofton. Thomas went for 5 yards for the score. And 2 field goals by Norwood. The Miami scoring, Stojanovic hitting on a 49-yard field goal. And Marino and Duper hooked up on a 64-yard pass play.
But it really doesn't make any difference what the Miami offense is doing, because the defense hasn't even slowed the Bills down. Until they do that, this game's over with.
The tight end Edmonds made the catch and then lost it, but he lost it out of bounds. And it's ruled incomplete. Kirby Jackson On the cover, Kirby Jackson back in the lineup. He'd been out with a pulled hamstring that was suffered in the game at Indianapolis back in early December. He actually had the best day of his career last season against Miami. A couple of interceptions, 5 tackles. Originally a 5th-round draft pick of the Jets. Also saw some time with the LA Rams. 2nd and 10 at midfield. Marino throws it away as he looked at the face of Bruce Smith. Penalty marker is down.
Marv, Bruce Smith is double covered, or double blocked. First by Webb and then Sims. Here he comes. Watch Webb. There's Sims inside, but watch Bruce. Wonder why he's all-pro and the best defensive player? He never stops. He is in Marino's face. Marino is throwing the ball away. The intentional grounding. The flag is down. That is hustle. That's why he is the best defensive player in the National Football League.
Loss him down.
And you know that Bruce Smith wants to have a standout game against a club that he has not been able to put the numbers up against. During his 6 years in the NFL, he has recorded a league-leading 76 sacks, but in 11 games against Miami, he's been held to only 2.5 sacks. The last one coming in October of '87 against the Dolphins. The silent count utilized by Marino. And it has dropped a hard hit on Duper. He was walloped by Leonard Smith.
The worst part about it is it wouldn't have been a first down. Now we're looking at the silent count. You see when Marino does that? Now the center sets up, and once he sees that leg move, he snaps the ball. The offensive line looks down. Now here's the worst part about this. Duper goes up. Leonard Smith drills him, but he's 4 yards short of the first down anyway.
Minute 56 to go in the first half. Welcome back to Buffalo with just under 2 minutes remaining in the first half. And the Bills lead the Dolphins by the score of 27-10.
And at halftime, the star attraction will be the sweeper. And he will go for it. There are a couple of them. He's not going to do this alone. He will have help. They have a backup sweeper.
As they attempt to clear some of the snow off the field. Let's see if they go after Roby Al Edwards back deep.
Good kick.
Roby had a 64-yard punt last week. Edwards coughed it up. The Dolphins say they have it. Al Edwards on the muff. Off the punt return, a 44-yard punt and a 26-yard return, and Miami has recovered.
All right, here comes Edwards with the ball. He moved the ball from his right hand to his left hand. More comfortable there, but the ball is stripped away, and Miami comes up with the ball. Now just think about something, Marv. There's a minute 41. Miami has the ball. Here it comes again. The ball is stripped away. Miami ends up with it. That's Roby. Punters, they're tough. Big two. Let me tell you something. Here's the thing. Think about it. 141 remaining, Miami, right? If they score a touchdown, they're within 10. They get the ball back in the second half. They can score 14 points to be in this ball game right after the half.
E.J. Jr. on the strip, leading to the muff. Mark Logan, and he loses it.
Down by contact.
Miami maintaining possession.
Ball belongs to the offense.
Ball belongs to the offense. All right, here comes Logan. He comes in. Tackle here. Shane Conlon. He hits the ground. Ball comes out. Down by contact. Excellent call. Let's get on with it.
Terrific first half for Conlon. His 7th tackle of the day. 2nd down and 5. Oh, Marino threw in a crowd, and he hit the official.
Well, Bruce Smith almost had a second interception. Rex Stewart, the umpire, number 95, take a shot. Here it comes again. Now, does Bruce? Bruce almost has his second interception. Here goes Rex. Way to get sandwiched. Rex is up. He's looking good. Limping, but good. That's the old sandwich play.
Limping, but good.
They've got extras. They brought extra referees, too, you know.
It is a 3rd and 5 at the 42 with 1:02 remaining in the first half. And again, a deflection. And it goes incomplete. That intended for Tony Martin.
Well, that ball was thrown behind. Now, here's the problem. You have 4th down. And do you take a chance here in 56 seconds to go? Because the Buffalo Bills, they haven't even slowed down offensively. The Bills still have 3 timeouts remaining. And it's 4th down. The ball is actually, I'll read the marker for you, Mark, 43-yard line.
Thank you.
Buffalo.
It's a 4th and 5, and the Dolphins going for it.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
And Marino asked for the timeout.
The clock was down to 0, that's why.
The Bills looking for a delay of game. Bruce Smith complaining, but the officials say that the timeout was called.
Now look at Uleneg is turning around looking. Bruce Smith moved over. Marino knows he doesn't have a chance to audibilize. He doesn't have enough time. First of all, you can't hear anything because the crowd's going nuts. Bruce is in a position, he's been there before, but they have to make an adjustment. There was not enough time for Uleneg to make any kind of a call, so they call timeout.
Miami a 4th down and 5, 56 seconds remaining in the first half, but this time Marino was able to call the play during the timeout. They are on their feet here in Buffalo. Mark Duper once again hooking up with Dan Marino.
Want to know why? First of all, the offensive line blocked very well. Is there a flag down there? Bruce Smith is saying flag.
Number 78 defense
And offside.
lined up in the
Bruce,
neutral
yeah, you're right.
zone.
There was a flag. It was against you for being offside. But what happened is the Bills had a blitz on, and Marino read the blitz beautifully, had Duper one-on-one on the outside on Nate Odom. Watch this. First of all, he goes by Nate Odom. I mean, that's just incidental stuff there. But watch where this ball is thrown. Duper makes the catch. Smith comes over and knocks him out of bounds. They have the ball about the 4-yard line. And Bruce was complaining there's a flag on the play. It was against him for being offside.
38-yard pass play. 3rd catch for Duper. It sets a 1st and goal at the 4. Marino went deep to the end zone. Kirby Jackson on the coverage for Mark Clayton. And it will be a 2nd and goal at the 4 with 45 seconds remaining in the first half.
Now, Richmond Webb just went back and said something to Marino. Whether he could block Bruce Smith inside or outside, whatever he's talking about, but he actually went to Marino when he was coming up off the ground to say something to him.
It's Smith. Good second effort, refusing to go down. We'll have to wait and see where they mark it. Clock is running. We're down to 30 seconds.
And that's really one of the keys to running. You're talking about continuous effort by Smith. Miami takes a timeout, which is their 2nd timeout. They still have 1 remaining, but the continuous effort of Smith, because what's happening is the defense and offensive linemen are trying to get position. They really can't get any footing. And as long as he can keep moving, he can bust a tackle. We watched Thurman Thomas do it going up and down the field. I mean, he's a master at it. Now you got Sammy Smith doing the same thing.
When we resume, it is a 3rd and goal from the 2.
We have those over at the country club where I belong. When you get done playing golf, you get your golf shoes. And I don't. It's the whole thing. The ground is covered. I mean, I don't understand what that really does, because by the time you clean them off on the sideline, and you get back on the field, you have snow build up again.
We have one of those up here in the booth for you too, Paul.
Well, not with the boots I have on today. These are wonderful.
The crowd urging the Buffalo defensive unit on with 27 seconds remaining in the half. The Dolphins have one timeout remaining.
Did you hear what McElwee just said? He said, here it is again. Buffalo.
Buffalo calling for the timeout. Marv Levy perhaps looking to check out what Miami had in store.
Well, it's true. Miami took a timeout because they wanted to regroup down here. They want to at least come away with 3. That's something that's imperative. Then Buffalo goes out and they show them kind of a defense that they have, and look at the personnel that Miami has out there, and they take a timeout. Now, what is Miami? They're going to come back with somebody else? They are coming with Roy Foster. Now he's reporting, so he's going to be on the line of scrimmage. So he'll be playing one of the tight end slots, who is a guard, number 61.
Yes, he is used as a second tight end, but primarily as a blocker.
Now, yesterday we were watching him. They threw the ball to Foster. Let me say what happened yesterday in the bubble. He dropped it.
All right, it's a 3rd and goal from the 2.
Marino's got it all by himself.
Dan Marino with a gorgeous fake to run it in.
Nate Odoms was totally fooled. Shane Conlon was totally fooled. Nobody expected Dan Marino to keep the ball. The fake inside. Remember what I said? They had 1:41. If they score, they go to 17 now. And if they get the ball, here comes Marino to the outside. Look at everybody's jammed on the inside. Hey, Marino, nobody there. Then walk home. Nate Odoms' job is he's got the outside man and outside responsibility. His job, and that's number 37. Nate Odoms has played a super game so far, is supposed to stay right there. He did not. When he didn't, Marino walks in.
21 seconds remaining in the half. And staying out of it. Getting set. And puts it through. So despite the fact that Buffalo statistically has dominated Miami, the Dolphins managed to hang in.
Because Marino, I mean, when you take a look at what happens here, everybody's looking at run. They bring in an offensive guard right here on the end of the line. This is the man, number 37, Nate Odoms. His job is to come upfield if you're going to do anything. First job is this guy here, but you have a safety help here. So if he's blocking, you've got to come upfield this way because you can't help out in here anyway. Let's take a look at what happens. He goes down the line of scrimmage. He's out of the play. It's over. Boom.
And head coach Marv Levy talking to himself off that last play. The big play of that drive, Marino connecting with Duper on a 4th down play. It went for 38 yards. It set up the 1st and goal. So 21 seconds remaining in the first half. Coming up, our halftime edition of NFL Live with Bob, Will, and OJ. And Todd Christensen drawing some studio chores, and we'll take a look at tomorrow's AFC divisional matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the LA Raiders at the Coliseum in Los Angeles. We're told that folks at Nike and Bo Jackson bought up. There's the return by Don Smith. That is now an official sellout, so that game will be shown in Los Angeles. Bo obviously looking for the extra exposure in the LA area. He and the people from Nike buying up the tickets.
Bo knows tickets. Bo knows tickets. He knows everything.
So Jim Kelly, 11 for 16, 222 yards, 2 touchdowns. He was a question mark going into today because of the knee injury. He suffered cartilage and ligament damage in his left knee during that mid-December game against the Giants at the New Jersey Meadowlands.
They're just going to take a knee and get out of here. But the thing about it is the Miami Dolphins, keep in mind, they will get the ball back the start of the second half.
So that is the end of the first half in the rain and snow here in Buffalo. It's the Bills 27 and the Dolphins 17. Coming up, Bob Costas, Will McDonough, and O.J. Simpson. Now to NFL Live. Let's go back to our New York studios. As we get set for the start of play in the third quarter, Dan Marino 7 for 19, 135 yards. And Jim Kelly 11 for 16, 222 yards. Marino and Miami accounting for only 181 yards total. Buffalo 300 yards in all. Thurman Thomas has run for 49 on 15 attempts. Mark Logan is back deep. The up man is Stephon Adams as Scott Norwood gets set to kick off.
We had talked about the importance of the second half. All right, here's Miami. They got a touchdown at the end of the second quarter, going into the half, and here they are with the ball back again. If they score, they can get within 3 points, but the problem is defensively. Can they stop the Buffalo Bills? And until they do that, it won't make any difference.
It is a short kick. Logan from the 20. So Logan on the return across the 30-yard line. Puts Roll on the tackle. And once again, you can wipe out the stat of time of possession.
Means nothing. Turnovers gave Miami the chance to get the touchdown. Buffalo also scored off a turnover. There was one time in that half when the score was 20-3, and if Bruce Smith would have intercepted the pass, Buffalo could have blown this team away, but he didn't. Miami came back with Marino.
Duper left, Clayton right. Play action, and Marino has the time. And has the open receiver, Mark Clayton. Clayton's first catch of the day. He's hauled down by Kirby Jackson.
Marv, I don't care how good a corner you are. Here's Jackson. Here's Clayton. Clayton's is covered short by Jackson, but watch what happens. Clayton's got all the time in the world now to just get in front of Leonard Smith, number 46, behind Kirby Jackson, behind the linebacker Bentley, number 50. Marino has all that time to throw the ball. He's going to find an open receiver, and O.J. was absolutely right. He's going to throw the ball deep.
31-yard pickup, first down at the Buffalo 36. Sammy Smith playing despite the injured ribs, stopped by Ray Bentley. We are just underway in the third quarter. Sammy Smith was asked about playing with a flak jacket. Since his college days at Florida State, he had been labeled as a guy who would not play with nagging injuries. Perhaps a player a little bit soft when he would get bumped and bruises. The Kansas City Chiefs found out last Saturday how wrong that can be.
You don't play in the pros if you're soft.
Well, I don't agree with that, Paul. You know, really, there's athletes, professional athletes who are soft. It's a second down and 2. Incomplete through the hands of Mark Duper. You've played with guys who you felt were soft, I'm sure.
That was in the 60s. We had some fat guys. Yeah. Now they're solid. Here it comes. Take a look at Duper. Now here, Nate Odoms, number 37, is on him. Duper's going to go inside. Now Nate Odoms is releasing him to the safety. But look at this pass. It's just too high. Leonard Smith is not there. Kelso wipes out Clayton, number 83, after the play. But you can see the double coverage to the inside. Nate Odoms' job is to deep outside. I have help in the middle. If Marino would have just set, going a little bit lower, we'd have had a completion.
And it's a third down and 2 at the 29. It's Smith with a big hole. And Smith has the first down and some more. Mark Kelso made the stop. Sammy Smith ripping off 18 more.
All right, remember the first half I was telling you about that Marino was going back and handing the ball to Sammy Smith, and the play took too long to get to the line of scrimmage. Watch how fast this one gets there. He turns, here's Smith, he's in the hole. Once he gets to the hole, the first down is there. He's gone. He's beyond Shane Collins. The next guy is Kelso, is the safety man, the last man to make the tackle.
Clayton right, Huber to the left, top of your screen. And Smith able to bounce off a tackler. Brought down by Bruce Smith.
Now, Sammy Smith, Bruce Smith is going to make this play. Do you know why? Because Sammy Smith comes back out to him. Richmond Webb knows that Sammy's running to the inside, and he looks inside to try to help out on Darrell Talley, who's number 56, trying to make the tackle. But Sammy Smith bounced right into Bruce.
It'll be a 2nd down and 9 at the 11. Richmond Webb, Mark Dennis at the tackles. Keith Sims, Harry Galbraith at the guard. Jeff Ulenek is the center. Now Mark Logan in the backfield. Motion. Off the roll. Farrell Edmonds brought down by Leonard Smith.
This was almost a tremendous play by Cornelius Bennett, number 97. Marino's going to fake here and then come out on a bootleg. He's got Sims, the only man out blocking. But look at 97. Cornelius Bennett is in his face. Number 58, Shane Collins, was also there. And Marino did a great job just getting the ball off to Farrell Edmonds, who makes a catch and holds on to the football. Now you're in a 3rd and 1 situation. You're down by 10. I don't think they want the 3. I think they want the 7. They reported now, here comes Foster, number 61 in the game, as a tight end.
So it is a 3rd and 1 at the 3. And Smith is stopped. He's short of the first down. Baldinger and Conlon combining to make the tackle. There's Gary Baldinger, a 4-year player out of Wake Forest, coming up with a key play.
I don't like the call. First of all, it's a toss. A lot of things can happen on a toss. And now you're running wide. You're not effective unless you're going straight up the field. Watch, you've got Sammy Smith going to his right. Here's Baldinger and Shane Collins, 92 and 58. They make the play because the footing is not there. Now they're going to kick the field goal. I thought they might go for it, but they lost a yard on the play.
Yes, a 4th down and 2. It's a 21-yard attempt for Stoyanovich, who in the first quarter hit from 49. And again, Stoyanovich lost his footing, but put it through. They call it a 22-yard field goal. We'll be back in a moment. A 22-yard field goal by Pete Stoyanovich. And he has brought Miami within 7. At one point, it was 20-3 Buffalo. It was 27-10 Buffalo. 5 minutes gone by in the 3rd quarter. Don Smith and Al Edwards are the deep men. Smith across the 20. And took a shot as he hit the 25-yard line. Stephon Moore made the tackle. And Jim Kelly and the Buffalo Bills go back to the offense.
They're staying with their base defense, except for one change in the backfield. They have, instead of Lewis Oliver, they have Paul Langford, number 44, is playing safety.
Paul Langford, a long-time starter, now being used as an extra defensive back. Good hole for Thomas. And it is recovered by Buffalo. They call it down by contact. Will Wolford was right on the football.
They got to change the expression, down by contact. Here comes Thurman Thomas in right now. Is the ball coming out? No. When he hits the ground, the ball comes out, and that is Paul Langford, the man we're talking about.
And 8 more for Thomas, setting a 2nd down and 2 at the 34. Thurman Thomas again, and has the first down. Hugh Green stacked him up.
So apparently what is going to happen now is if they go out to 3 wideouts And they put, here comes the hurry-up offense again. They have 3 wideouts in there with Edwards, Reed, and Lofton. Langford is going to be the inside guy, and he's now in on Lofton on the inside. See if Kelly goes there.
First down at the 42.
Yes.
And he goes sideline, and it was almost intercepted. Instead, Lofton with a move at the last instant to come up with it.
Well, Marv, here we go. Here's Lofton, here's Langford, and he's going to get help up here in the back. And watch what happens. They come down in this area, and this pass is thrown between 2 defenders, and James Lofton, what a great catch he makes right here. Take a look. There's actually 3 defenders. J.B. Brown got over. Instead of hitting Lofton, he went for the ball.
31-yard pickup. Actually, Brown appeared to have the better crack at it. Thurman Thomas, the ball carrier.
You know, it's here we are looking at it again. Miami gets the kickoff, goes down, they get 3 points to go within 7, and the defense says they're still not slowing Buffalo down. Change something. Go to a nickel package somewhere along the line. The only guy that's carrying the ball is Thurman.
Second down at 8. And Kelly lofting it, put it up for grabs, and it's intercepted by Jarvis Williams. The pass intended for the tight end, Keith McKellar.
Here's the situation where you put Jarvis Williams on a tight end. This is the first pass actually thrown by Kelly to the tight end, McKellar, today. And Jarvis Williams is waiting. This ball was thrown up for grabs. Watch how high the ball is, number 1. Now the wind is in his face. Look at Jarvis Williams. He's got all the time in the world to come down with the ball. McKellar should have turned into a defensive back at that point and tried to strip the ball away, and he didn't do it.
Instead, Miami, off the interception by Williams, will take over at their 2-yard line.
First interception of the game, 55, Hugh Green coming from the outside. Nobody will block him. Kelly gets the ball away. It's up in the air, and then he just goes back with the flow of Green. The worst part about this is you let the defensive man fall on you. Got to get where you can turn a little bit. You know that?
Jarvis Williams, who had 5 interceptions during the regular season, picked it off. First time the Bills have been stopped this afternoon. Marino and Miami start out from the 2-yard line. On the play action, Marino sidearms to Page. Tony Page with his first reception, and it goes for 8.
Marino runs a play action pass. You know, I was talking to Walt Corey yesterday, and so were you. You ready for this on play action? This play action? Watch this. Do you know that every time they run a play action pass that the ball is thrown outside of the numbers, and here it is to Tony Page? And every time that Marino, 70% of the time that Marino drops straight back, he throws the ball inside the numbers.
The ball spotted at the 8, so it's a 2nd down and 4. And it's Smith again with the good second effort. Bills have been having difficulty bringing him down.
Well, when you keep moving your feet like Sammy Smith did there, and it's a continuous motion, his effort is continuously moving forward. His legs are going. The defense are looking at standing up and trying to hold the offense. Take a look at it. Here comes Tony Page on Shane Collin. He turns Shane Collin out. Sammy Smith just goes right up over the center, and he gets the first down.
First down at the 13 for the Dolphins. Who went 12-4 in the regular season. Came from behind, beat Kansas City in the wild card last week. Smith, a short pickup met by Conlon and Bentley. 6:20 remaining in the 3rd quarter. The Buffalo Bills at one point led 20-3. They led 27-10. And it is now a 27-20 lead for the Bills. It'll be a 2nd down and 8 at the 15. The running backs, Smith and Page. Clayton in the slot to the left. And now Tony Martin flank to the right. Off the draw, it's Smith. Now check that, Logan.
Bruce Smith may not be getting to Marino. He forced him to dump the ball one time, but he's playing the run pretty well. Here comes Bruce Smith. Now Webb was on the outside. He thinks he has the block. What's Smith? He goes back to the inside. He's down. Watch who makes the tackle. Here comes Bruce back. Logan, you're down.
It is a loss on the play. 3rd down, 11. Back at the 12. And Marino throwing deep. It is intercepted by Mark Kelso. Mark Kelso back in the starting lineup, replacing John Hagee. Coming up with the interception.
He's trying to throw the ball to Clayton, or no, excuse me, to Tony Martin, number 89. And watch this, Martin goes to the outside. That ball is thrown to the inside. Kelso's there, makes the play.
Timeout taken, 4:52 remaining. 3rd quarter. Snow continues to fall here in Buffalo. Marv Albert with Paul McGuire. 4:52 to go in the 3rd quarter. And the Bills take over off the interception by Mark Kelso. The Bills 27 and the Dolphins 20.
Well, some people will say that was just as good as a punt on 3rd down, except for one thing. Not when you have Roby in there. Roby can rocket a ball, and anything can happen on a punt return.
Buffalo 1st down at midfield. It's Thomas off the draw. Stopped by the inside linebacker, Cliff Odom.
Now they're going to the hurry up again, and here's the situation now we're going to see. You've got Reed and Lofton on the same side. They're on the top side. But what they're doing now is they're putting David Griggs, a linebacker, inside short on Andre Reed.
2nd down and 5. McKenna has the 1st down. 6'4" tight end Keith McKellar, one-time college basketball player at Jacksonville State, was hit by Cliff Odom. That's the 2nd catch of the day by McKellar.
Okay, now you have Reed and Lofton on this side. And here comes Green out inside, but he's going to blitz on the run.
1st down from the 36, and it is Thomas on the run, stopped by Jeff Cross. We have not heard Jeff Cross's name throughout the day. Got off to the fast start, as tailed off toward the end of the season. In his 3rd year out of Missouri, a very pleasant surprise a year ago. Came up with 10 sacks.
Oh, they're confused. They don't have anybody on Reed right now.
It's a 2nd down and 7. Pass intended for McKellar. It was covered by Odom.
It was unbelievable. They didn't have anybody. Jarvis Williams and Paul Langford were arguing who has Andre Reed. And Andre Reed, for a second, was standing there by himself. There was nobody on him.
It'll be a 3rd down and 7 from the Miami 33. Kelly picks up the 1st down, completing to Lofton. A 13-yard pass play, and Lofton with his 6th catch of the afternoon.
And that's just one-on-one coverage by McKyer on the outside, and Lofton just beat him to the inside with no help. Here comes Lofton down inside. McKyer is turned. He's already beaten him right here. Watch where Kelly puts the ball. In the numbers going down. Jarvis Williams, 26. No chance to get over there.
Back to the hurry-up. 1st down at the 20-yard line. Thomas. We're down to 2:50 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Got that thing, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They're running that hurry-up offense. They've been running the entire ball game, and it's working for them. Now you've got on the top side. We want to point it out because we're going to try and show you when they slow this down a little bit who's covering Andre Reed, but nobody short.
2nd down and 6. Thomas attempting to make his way outside. J.B. Brown, the right corner, able to force him out. And that stops the clock with 2:28 to go in the 3rd.
On the top side, I want to show you something. Here's Andre Reed right here. Take a look. There's nobody inside to cover him. They run a play here. Watch this. It's open. All they got to do is throw to Reed.
3rd and 2. And Thomas running for the 1st down. He's right at the marker. Odom on the tackle.
They're going to be about a half a yard short on this play, and they're going to kick a field goal, and I don't blame them. You want to go up by 10 and not just be down by 7 against Dan Marino's arm.
Field goal unit is checking in. Scott Norwood has hit 2 for 2 from 24 and from 22. It is a 4th down and 1. Can you see some trickery here?
No, I don't see trickery here. I honestly see him kicking it because Norwood is very effective here. This is his field. He's kicked all week long, all winter long here. And to go up 10, you don't want to be down by 7 against Miami with Marino.
It's a 28-yard attempt. Wright will put it down. And Norwood with plenty of room, able to drill it through. He is 3 for 3. The Bills expand to a 10-point lead. Back to Buffalo, minute 38 to go in the 3rd quarter. NBC News is standing by to bring you up to date on the congressional debate regarding the vote being taken to authorize President Bush to wage war in the Persian Gulf. Eric Utley will have a report as soon as something breaks. Mark Logan on the kickoff return. So we will switch back to NBC News as soon as developments warrant a report from Garrick Utley. Excellent kickoff return by Logan for 43 yards, and Miami will start out from the Buffalo 44.
See, you know it. Here comes Logan, and Norwood is the guy that makes the play. But what happens on a kickoff, first of all, the kick is short, and the guy's going down because there's no footing. They're being very careful. All you have to do is move him, and Logan got a crack and got to the outside.
Cooper left, Clayton right. Again, the play action. And Clayton with the reception and did well to hang on to the football. And that goes for 24. Bentley and Smith combined to make the stop.
All right, Kirby Jackson, here he is on Clayton. Watch where this ball's thrown. I keep saying that, but when they hit him in the numbers, you must catch it. Now there's Ray Bentley. He's knocked down. Watch what Bentley does. Back up on his feet or on his knees and makes the stop because Clayton was on his way to the end zone. Super play by the linebacker.
Second catch of the day for Clayton, who is now flanked to the left. First down at the 20 in Buffalo territory. Smith with a big hole. Sammy Smith stopped by the strong safety, Leonard Smith.
You know, you don't know the importance of Tony Page. He caught a pass coming out of the end zone. Tony Page is an excellent blocker. Here he is again. Watch this. Page in the hole. Bam! He got the linebacker on the ground. That enables Smith to pick up 7.
Second down and 3. Smith again with the hole has the first down and some additional yardage.
You know who makes the play again? Easy, huh? Tony Page. I mean, here he goes. All you do is follow him, Sammy. It's nothing monumental. Watch 49. He's going in on 50. Bentley. Bam! Bentley is turned. Farrell Edmonds turns out, and there is the hole.
Another 10-yard pickup. The good block by Page. That's the end of 3. We'll be back after this from your local station. It is a first and goal down at the 2 as we get underway in the 4th quarter. And that is a key man. Tony Page, John Sandusky, assistant head coach, offensive line coach, telling us that he is a thud blocker, not a finesse man. Tony Page with the block. And then went out for the pass. Not able to hang on. Leonard Smith on the coverage.
Marino almost held on to the ball too long because Darryl Talley was right on his backside. He never could see him coming. And watch Marino. He's rolling to his right. He's looking at Page. Here comes 56 Talley. Watch this. Almost there.
And again, the offensive lineman Roy Foster reports in as the extra tight end. It's second and goal at the 2. You are well aware of the 4th quarter exploits of Dan Marino. Certainly the Kansas City Chiefs are. As we look back to a week ago, it's Smith with a surge, and he stopped. Leon Seals made the stop.
See, I don't understand the first call, the pass. They tried it once before when they were down here on first down. It didn't work. You ran Sammy Smith going into the end of the third quarter on this drive for 2 first and 10-yard runs with Tony Page blocking. What makes it so different down here? The defense, they don't have the footing. Just send those 2 guys up in their face again. Now you're facing a 3rd down and 2. I would not be surprised to see some type of play action and throw to Foster. Again, I saw him yesterday do this in the bubble. Number 61, the tight end.
3rd and goal at the 2. Here is the play action. Here's the pass. Touchdown!
Oh, I knew I had it. I knew I had it.
Get out of here, McGuire.
I did it yesterday. I can remember for 24 hours.
All right, it's a lucky call. Leave us alone.
No. Roy was wide open. He's keeping the ball. He's taking the ball. They can't play anymore. They forgot all about him. Didn't even pay any attention to him.
That's the 3rd time he had checked in as the 2nd tight end. He's a 2-time Pro Bowl player. Roy Foster in his 9th season out of USC. Played well as the starter last year, bouncing back from a couple of off seasons. And now here's Stoyanovich looking to trim it to a 3-point margin. And he does. With 55 seconds gone by in the 4th on a touchdown reception by the guard, Roy Foster. It's now a 3-point game.
See this guy right here? Watch what happens. Here's Nate Odom's out here, and here's a linebacker sitting in here, and no one pays any attention to him. Go for it, Roy. It's your time one more time. Look at Nate Odoms. He's rushing. Nobody recovers him. The only thing Foster's thinking about, please don't drop this ball. Shula.
And we're checking.
Know what to do.
We're checking to see if that is his first ever touchdown. Right now, let's go to NBC News for this update. We'll join with Garrick Utley. Thank you, Garrick. As you see, 55 seconds have gone by in the 4th quarter, and Buffalo now clinging to a 3-point lead.
You know, Foster is out here. He knows. Look at him. Dan. Oh, Dan. Throw the ball. But the problem afterwards, he just didn't know what to do with it. Watch this. I mean, now what do you do? No, now I got to get it back. Wait a minute. That's mine. And he goes back and gets the ball back. Where's the ball? Where's my ball? Give me the ball.
Remember, over the course of Dan Marino's 8-year career, he has brought the Dolphins back from 4th quarter deficits a total of 15 times. A remarkable record. The up man, Butch Roll, able to hold on.
37-yard line.
Mark Logan made the stop. Crowd looking to urge the Buffalo offense on. They will start out from the 36.
You know the amazing part of this game? We're in the 4th quarter with about 14 minutes left to go. The Bills have not punted. The Dolphins have only punted twice.
First down from the 36 in the snow and rain in Buffalo. And Kelly for Lofton. It is a Buffalo first down, 21-yard pass play, 7 catches, 149 yards for James Lofton.
All right, McCarr releases his inside. Jarvis Williams in there. 92 is Griggs as a linebacker. I mean, you're covering Lofton, the inside guys, with a safety. It can't be done.
Back to the hurry up. And that was thrown behind Reed. And Reichenbach had a shot at the interception.
This is one of those passes where you almost guide it instead of throwing the ball in there. Andre Reed is coming across. Reichenbach's job is to get a piece of him. Andre runs into the official. Look at Reichenbach right off the tips of his fingers. And this pass was, instead of throwing it right at Reed, try to guide him a little bit.
2nd down and 10 for the 4th time today. Kelly on the run. And he is hit out of bounds short of the first down. Crowd reacting to that hit by Hugh Green.
See, you know, Jim, I really do. I admire your guts, man. But, you know, this is a game where you get down right here. You see Hugh Green there. You're not going to outrun Hugh Green. And all you do is take a shot right here. Get down. Once you get down, Green's going to leave you alone.
Paul, our staff checked out the scoring prowess of Roy Foster. And that catch turned out to be his first career reception.
Well, now we know why he didn't know what to do with it.
Yes. And it is incomplete. Intended for Reed, who was covered by Langford.
Reed was not covered by anybody. I'm sorry. We're still back in that same situation. Here comes Andre Reed. If he doesn't fall down, it's a completion. Look, there's nobody near him. I'm sorry. Langford finally comes in. But I understand the field conditions are bad, and you cannot let him get the deep one. They're going for it on fourth down.
It is a 4th and about 2. Down at the Miami 34. And McKellar on the pickup of the first down.
In all fairness to all the defensive backs, but this started early in the game. Just take a look at it. What Kelly is trying to do is get the guy that's one-on-one coverage. You're going to see McKellar right there. He has got one-on-one coverage with Odom. Odom can't stay with him. It is slippery. The defensive backs are having a terrible time. The offensive receivers know exactly where they're going.
Kelly completing. Al Edwards stopped by J.B. Brown. Picked up 9 on the play.
So all Kelly is doing, Marv, is just stepping back, and he's sitting there. Now, he's got plenty of time because the offensive line is doing the job. The defensive line cannot get any traction. But the worst part about it now is the defensive secondary. If they try to make a quick cut, they're going down.
They call it a first down from the 17. Incomplete, intended for Thurman Thomas. Mike Reichenbach on the coverage. Reichenbach replacing the injured John Offerdahl sideline with that arch problem. Jim Kelly with the bad knee, 17 for 27, and has also run impressively.
Yes, he has.
2nd and 10. There's Thomas dancing, which is not an easy task with the problem with the footing. Jarvis Williams, the strong safety, made the stop.
And I'm the guy that said I didn't agree with him starting Kelly. He's only thrown for 300 yards and probably run for another 100.
I went along with your logic, though.
I like my logic. Great observation on my part.
A 3rd down and 8 from the 15. And with Kelly going over the 300 mark, that is the first time that anyone has thrown for over 300 yards this season against Miami. Here's the 3rd and 8. McKellar. And we'll have to see where they spot it. Odom made the tackle.
I don't think he has the first down because, you know, here's a situation where replay should come into effect. What I'm saying is, because of the snow and the way the guys are sliding, you've got to take a look at where these guys are when they come down. This game is so crucial that you should. They're going to say, hey, wait a minute, it doesn't belong there. Maybe it does. Maybe you should take an adjustment on a field like this and say, hey, wait a minute, he's down here, he slid. Didn't make any difference anyway. It's a holding penalty on McKellar.
So Buffalo with the first down at the 15. The winner today advancing to the AFC Championship game, facing the winner of tomorrow's matchup between the Bengals and the Raiders at the Coliseum in Los Angeles. You'll see it right here on NBC. Here's Thomas. That ball was spotted at the 10, so now they are inside the 10-yard line.
To about the 5. And I'm guessing.
Well, the sweeper did a nice job at halftime. But the snow has been falling right throughout. Here's Thomas. Thomas running it in from 6 yards away. And Buffalo leads 36-27.
And you wonder how many times that Dan Marino and Miami can come back.
In a playoff game. Previous high 31 against the Jets in a wild card game back in December of '81. The kick by Norwood extends to a 10-point Buffalo lead with 10:28 remaining in the fourth quarter. Thurman Thomas slithering his way through. In the cold of Buffalo, along with Paul McGuire, I'm Marv Albert. The snow continues to fall. We have 10:28 remaining in the fourth quarter, and the Bills now lead the Dolphins 37-27. And they're working on Thurman Thomas over at the Buffalo sideline.
Thurman came off and seemed to be all right, and he sat down, and then he started screaming for the trainer to get over there. But I remember the last time we did it again, they had him on a Sunday to work on his hamstrings. His hamstrings have a tendency to tighten up on him.
That was 3 weeks ago when he ran for 154 yards against Miami. Another solid day for Thomas under difficult conditions. 95 yards, 2 touchdowns. Sammy Smith has also run well today.
Well, that's the key to this game, was to stop Thurman Thomas. He made a key 4th down reception, kept the drive alive into a touchdown.
Again, Don Smith providing some help for Scott Norwood. Mark Logan, Stephon Adams are the deep men. Taken by Logan. And he fumbled. And it's Norwood on the recovery. So the kicker, Scott Norwood, able to cover up.
This could be the backbreaker.
A big hit by Hal Garner to unleash it.
Number 99 is Hal Garner, and Logan is trying to make something happen. Watch, he's going to move out here. He sees an opening, and Hal Garner's helmet hit him right in the head. They're bending down. That's Hagee, 22, reaching for the ball instead of falling on it. Norwood does the smart thing, number 11, falls on the football, and the Bills have it.
So Garner with that solid hit. It's a first down at the 29. Thurman Thomas right back to the action. And he is brought out of bounds by David Griggs. We're down to 10 minutes and 12 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. The Buffalo Bills won the AFC East for the 3rd straight season. There's Al Garner, backup linebacker, 4th year out of Utah State. The man who applied the hit on Mark Logan. 2nd down and 7. Kelly completes for the touchdown. It's a 26-yard pass play. Andre Reed with his 2nd touchdown catch of the day.
And he just beat J.B. Brown. He had no help. He had him one-on-one on the outside. Kelly just read the defense perfectly. He caught Reed coming right across the middle. It was touchdown.
The Buffalo Bills taking advantage in quick order off the muff by Logan on the kickoff. The Bills now lead the Dolphins by the score of 44-27.
You know, here's the situation. Look at Jamie Brown is trying to stay with Andre Reed. It's just a short pass across the middle, but he is so dangerous once he gets the ball. There you see Jarvis Williams, number 26. And when you take a look at it, Jarvis Williams is so deep. Andre Reed said this is so easy. All right, here's the reason I want to show it to you. Look at this. Look where Jarvis Williams is. Here's Brown, here's Reed. Reed comes down across. Jarvis Williams cannot even make the play. Jarvis is backing up towards the end zone. Can't stop anybody back there. He can't even get to Reed. It's over.
Andre Reed, the Bills' leading receiver. And Jim Kelly enjoying the moment. 4 catches, 122 yards, and 2 touchdowns for Reed. Once again, Logan and Adams are deep. Andre Reed, Pro Bowl player in his 6th year out of Kutztown.
I honestly think Andre Reed's the best receiver in pro football today. Better than Jerry. Even Jerry Rice will admit it.
Mark Logan again. And Dan Marino moving back out of the field. Mark Pike making the stop on Mark Logan. 9:42 remaining in the 4th quarter. And the 44 points by Buffalo represents the most points ever allowed by the Dolphins in playoff competition.
You know, you're looking at a situation now that Dan Marino and the Miami Dolphins, even early in, you never want to be in with the Buffalo Bills, where here you just take your defensive linemen and linebackers and you just tee off and go for Marino.
They start out from the 22, Smith. Talley and Conlon combining on the tackle. It'll be a 2nd down and 8 at the 24.
Don Shula, it's been an up and down day for them. They got within 3 points. Then the walls came down. Remember, Buffalo has not punted the football. There's no reason for Miami to be in this ballgame because they have not slowed the deep offense down one bit.
They're going to try to step up and completes for the 1st down. Mark Clayton on a 22-yard pass play. That is his 3rd catch of the day. We're just under 9 minutes to go in this 4th quarter.
Again, when you see Clayton, look at how much room they're giving him on the outside. That's Kirby Jackson. All right, you got it. You can have it. You want to catch a short pass? Go ahead. We'll let you have it. Ray Bentley, the linebacker, number 50, is back there, but they're going to give him all that stuff.
1st down from the 45. Marino took a look at Clayton and changed his mind over the middle for the tight end, Farrell Edmonds. Bentley and Smith combined on the stop. Kind of a nifty spin move when you consider the footing out there.
All right, here goes Marino, not only with the hurry up, but also I would imagine with the silent count here. There goes the leg. When he moves the leg, then the center can do it whenever he wants.
It's a 2nd down and 2. Incomplete. Pass intended for Mark Duper. It sets it to a 3rd down and 2. The ball at the Miami 46.
What Marino has to do is, if he's passing the ball now in this situation, I know you'd like to get a long ball down the field and score a touchdown. But take a look at number 33 coming out of the backfield, Sammy Smith. Nobody's covering him. The last 2 plays, Sammy Smith has been wide open. What you need now is 3rd and short. You need a 1st down. Don't be afraid to go to Sammy Smith with it.
A 3rd and 2. And he does go to Sammy Smith. 1st down picked up by Smith, Bennett, and Leonard Smith making the stop.
I happen to be talking about a pass play. But they ran a running play. That's okay. But now, take a look at Sammy Smith. We got somebody injured on the Buffalo side on the defense, but here comes Sammy Smith. Mark Pike, number 94, goes to the inside. Farrell Edmonds gets a block on Leonard Smith. He makes the tackle on top of it, but somebody is down, and I don't know if that's...
Looks to be Bennett. Yes, it's Cornelius Bennett. who is hurt. Paul, you have been uncanny, though, this afternoon.
Sure.
I'd go that far. We'll be right back.
All right, here's Cornelius Bennett right here, and here's Leonard Smith. Now watch when he goes down, his back is going to knee him. His own man knees him right there in the back, but Cornelius Bennett is up, he's on the sidelines, and he's fine.
And it's a first down from the Buffalo 34. Marino almost picked off. James Williams had it and dropped it. The pass intended for Mark Duper.
This ball just gets away from Dan Marino. I mean, there's no other excuse for it. And when the receiver Duper goes down, Marino, instead of, I would hope he was trying to throw the ball away, and I think it gets out of his hands. Here comes Duper trying to make it think. He comes back, he slips, and here's the ball is just overthrown. I got to believe that got out of the hand of Marino.
James Williams almost came up with the interception. Williams, Buffalo's #1 draft pick out of Fresno State. 2nd and 10 at the 34. Bills 44, Dolphins 27. Now Marino unloading, overthrows, and it is incomplete. Kelso and Williams vying for the interception. The pass intended for Duper.
You know, they're talking to each other. Kelso's saying, and Nato said, that's okay. Kelso's doing his job. He's going for the interception along with Williams. He's not sure who's back there. Williams has the interception. This ball is his all the way, and Kelso knocks it out of his hands. Here it comes. Look at Williams is there, but Kelso, look at him. He's looking at the ball. He doesn't care about Williams. He wants to make the interception. Good play by the defense, both of them.
Mark Kelso making it back from the fractured ankle injury. And back in the starting lineup today. 3rd down and 10 from the 34. Marino stepping up, incomplete. A difficult series for Dan Marino.
Jeff Wright was in his face, and Jeff Wright just drove the offensive lineman back into Marino and hit him before he threw the ball. You got a 4th down situation, you have to go for it.
We're down to 7:14 remaining in the 4th quarter. I mentioned a moment ago the 44 points by Buffalo, the most ever allowed by Miami in a playoff game. Prior to today, 41 by San Diego in a classic overtime back in the 81 AFC playoff. This may well be the play of the day. 4th and 10. Incomplete. Intended for James Pruitt.
Marino is a little bit upset. I mean, there's some other things. There's 2 other passes he kind of threw away, but on that play there, Pruitt was open. He hit Pruitt in the hands. It's the only time today he's throwing the ball to Pruitt, and he dropped it.
Pruitt had come along during the course of the season. In the past, he had problems with drop passes, but he turned it around this year, and as you say, that's the first time that he's looked for him.
Here he is. He steps up, and look at the ball is on target. Here it is. Pruitt, you've got to make this catch.
So Buffalo takes over at their 35. Thomas with the change of direction.
I was going to say, this may be the first time in this game we see the Buffalo Bills punt, but the way they're moving the ball on offense, I doubt it.
Thurman Thomas, 28 carries, 101 yards. 2nd down and 8 at the 37. These 2 clubs have combined for 71 points. Most points ever in a postseason game. 79. That was that overtime between San Diego and Miami back in 81. And Thurman Thomas with the short advance, stopped by Hugh Green. For those who may be wondering, Paul, I know this was on your mind. Most points ever scored by one team in a playoff game in postseason in the NFL. 73. Chicago Bears 73-0 back in 1940. You recall that contest?
Yes, I do. Very well. I was there.
Thurman Thomas is headed off, limping off.
You know, when we saw him the last time on the bench. They were working on him. The Bills were only up by 10 points, and Thurman stayed in the ball game. Now they're up by 17 with the ball back. The clock is running. Thurman has no business being in the ball game unless he wants to be. This is it for him for the day. Again, it looks like back problem. Here comes Thurman. He's going to try to cut back. Hugh Green coming down the line of scrimmage hits him, and his knee is twisted there. Hugh Green still has it. Here it comes again. Watch the knee. Again, his own man fell on him.
Kenneth Davis replacing Thurman Thomas. Big rush on Kelly, and he's able to dump it off to Davis. Mike Reichenbach on the tackle of Kenneth Davis. Do you reach a point here where you think of pulling Jim Kelly? You have the good lead, 44-27, down to 5:10 remaining.
The only problem is, you think about that. All right, Thurman is out. You've got runners. Jim Kelly has started this ball game. We talked about when do you take him out? I don't take him out yet for the simple reason that you've got Marino on the other side. And if they don't do anything and they get the ball right back, then I wouldn't put Kelly back in the ball game. It's all over with. But that series there was all right. It's the next series you don't want to see him.
Buffalo will punt for the first time. Rick Tootin has checked in, and Mark Clayton, who returned to punt last week, actually made a fair catch in his one opportunity against Kansas City. Talking about this with Mark yesterday, he said he was very nervous about his punt return opportunity. Has not done it in several years. Miami's had problems in that department. Early in the year they were going with Tony Martin, but he coughed it up a couple of times. So here is Clayton awaiting the punt from Rick Booten Tootin.
Booten Tootin.
Yeah.
He's got to be careful of his footing. Oh, great kick.
Clayton had to go back for it. Penalty flag is down. Carlton Bailey on the tackle of Mark Clayton. A 48-yard punt by Tootin.
There's also going to be a clip downfield.
Illegal block in the back. Number 37 on the return.
J.B. Brown on Steve Tasker. Here it is on the outside. Here's Tasker. And look at his head's in the back. You can't block him there. Got enough problems.
J.B. Brown, the right corner for Miami last year, a 12th round draft pick surprise. He's the first Dolphin player to earn a starting shot after joining the league as a last round draft pick. Down to 4:28 remaining in the fourth quarter, and a timeout call. Paul, do we say this was a balmy day? I believe Bob Costas used the word tropical day in Buffalo.
It is for Buffalo. Beautiful.
Bit on the chilly side, I would have to say. As Marino unleashes. Mark Clayton stopped short of the first down. Darryl Talley and Leon Seals make the tackle. Clock is running. We're coming up on 4 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. The Bills 44 and the Dolphins 27.
They're going to measure here, I think. Now they say it's first down. No, it's second down.
Second about 1. And it's dropped again by Pruitt. It is ruled incomplete.
Well, that'll be the last time that Dan throws it over there.
The hit by Clifford Hicks. Nate Odoms picked it up and attempted to run it in, but they bring it back. It'll be a third down and less than a yard. Oops.
There they are. They were here last time we were here, Marv, and several of them were stolen.
Little extra security here
today. They used
today.
to have 15 of them. They only have 9 now.
Third down play, and again incomplete. Intended for Clayton, covered by Kirby Jackson. It is a fourth and about a half yard with 3:53 remaining in the fourth quarter. Don't forget, Bob, Will, and OJ on the NFL Live postgame following the Dolphins and the Bills. At one point, the Buffalo Bills led 20-3. They led 27-10. Miami able to come back. However, Buffalo on a 6-yard touchdown run by Thomas and a 26-yard touchdown pass to Andre Reed, opening things up. Jim Jensen picks up the first down. Clifford Hicks on the stop.
It's kind of an unusual call. You had 4th and inches, and even if you complete the pass, the clock keeps moving, right? Why not go for it by running the ball with inches and then pick it up? The clock's still moving anyway.
And Marino off the run, nearly picked off. The intended receiver was Pruitt, and Jackson had a shot at it.
Herbie Jackson was the only one that was close to it. Marino is really, I mean, all right, you're down 17. He's frustrated. He's been frustrated all day. He's made some big plays, but not enough of them. The defense did not do a thing.
They couldn't stop anyone.
No. And you can't, you just can't win in the National Football League unless you play solid defense. And here's a defense, the Miami Dolphins, who were number one through at least the first part of the season.
Well, that may have been a bit on the cosmetic side. Tom Olivadotti has done a nice job, but he is the first to admit, and we've had a number of conversations about that with him. Broken up, intended for Duper. James Williams with a good play. But there's no question what with Miami getting more balance this season, and with Dan Marino keeping the defense off the field, that has contributed to it. Right here, let's take a look at the Prudential base key play of the game. The kickoff return by Mark Logan. He coughed it up. Big hit by Hal Garner, and it gave Buffalo the ball in excellent field position, and they were able to take it in immediately. And that extended to a 17-point margin. The Bills overall with 481 total yards. We're down to 3:17 remaining. It's a 3rd down and 10. Jim Jensen.
Very nice pass complete to Jensen. Hooks on Powell with the tackle.
The last play, the play before this, Bruce Smith got by Richmond Webb, and Jensen cut him down. And this time, as Jensen went by, Bruce Smith kind of looked at him. Are you going to be in or not?
And he did pick up the first down out at the 37-yard line. Again, it's Jensen playing catch now with Marino. And he's run out by Leonard Smith.
Well, it is a 17-point lead, so let me explain just one thing in the second half. In the first half, inside 2 minutes, if the guy goes out of bounds, the clock stops and stays stopped until it's snapped again. In the second half, it's inside 5 minutes, so they're 2:47. The clock will stay stopped until the ball is snapped again. Whoops! Hello!
The additional security, obviously, intoxicated fans will not be let near.
No, horses don't get big dog bites.
And they are K9 dogs patrolling the edges of the playing field. Tony Martin on the catch. And he was stopped by Clifford Hicks. Another Miami first down. The clock is running. We're down to 2.5 remaining. The local sheriff made the statement, the goalposts are not coming down today should Buffalo win. Miami they are not coming down, he emphasized.
Well, Miami could have used those two guys on defense today. You see that guy going, I mean, he's hungry.
Timeout has been taken. Several officials have also, I don't know if they have pulled this off, Paul, but they considered a suggestion to grease the goalpost. Why don't you check that out? We'll be right back.
It was down there. They actually are greasing the goalpost. It's going to be a tough job between. But I'll tell you one thing, though. There'll be a guy being able to get up there if they have those dogs at his heels.
Yeah.
I mean, you can get on that pole in a heartbeat.
Never quite thought of it that way. The K9 dogs are ready.
Boy, you sweet little baby.
They did not want a repeat of the scene that took place after Buffalo clinched the AFC East with that victory over Miami 3 weeks ago. It was chaos and dangerous here.
Whoops, that's a Rottweiler. That guy's got a 27-inch neck. You know, in Germany years ago, that vendors, like guys who were in bakery business.
I don't think I want to hear this.
No, I'll tell you, they used to tie their money pouches around the necks of a Rottweiler.
Yeah.
And defy you to take the money.
Fascinating.
There were a lot of guys running around with some nubs. Fingers, man.
It is a first down at the 38 with 2:28 remaining in this fourth quarter, and Marino fires one. Kelso and Williams on the coverage with both Duper and Pruitt in the area.
Isn't it amazing, though, that in 3 games this year against the Miami Dolphins, Bruce Smith, no sacks?
But he was effective this afternoon.
Oh, sure, he's effective. See, when you have to put 2 people on Bruce Smith, that frees up somebody somewhere along the line, and that's what Bruce is saying. Somebody else better be making some plays.
His last sack against Miami was back in October of 1987.
Well, he almost had one today when he forced Marino to throw the ball away, and he got him with a penalty for intentional grounding, and that's as good as a sack as far as I'm concerned.
Second down, 2nd and 10 from the Buffalo 38. On the screen, Jensen is short of the first down. Bennett and Hicks combine on the stop. Clock is running as we approach 2 minutes to go.
Again, it's 7. It's 3rd and 3.
It's a 3rd down and 3. The ball at the Buffalo 31. The Bills 44. The Dolphins 27. 2 minutes to go in the 4th. We'll be right back. Center Mitch Perrott has the Spuds McKenzie look. Says he wants to be a wrestler. His nickname is the Pitbull. Also says the NFL, Paul, is actually a stepping stone to what he really wants to do, and that is make it in the World Wrestling Federation. Give you an idea about this guy in the press guide. His hobby is listed as house cleaning.
I love him.
It's a 3rd down and 3 from the 31. And Marino has the first down. Tony Martin on the reception. Down to 1:53 to go in this 4th quarter. The executive producer of NBC Sports is Terry O'Neill. The coordinating producer of NBC's football, John Ferratzis. Today's game produced by Glenn Adamo. Directed by John McDonough. Our videotape producer, Terry Ewert. Associate Director, Doug Grabert. Production associates, Jenny Hubert and Jerome Ingram. Technical Manager, Bill Paranello. Production Managers, Ken Goss, Tim DeKime, and Technical Director, Jimmy Johnson. Thanks to all the folks. Martin on the reception. Also, I'd like to thank our statistician, Mr. Stats, Elliot Kalb, along with our statistician consultant, Barry Hockhauser, Carrie Haller, Larry Pollock, also helping with the statistical duties, and our spotters, Michael Gluck and Steve Solomon.
And thank you, Marv Albert, for a great year. I really enjoyed it.
And most of us enjoyed working with you also, Paul.
Well, it was tough carrying you all year, but I got through it. I'm happy that it's over. Uh-oh, not a fight now. One of them is Harry Gilbreth. That's one.
Remember, seatbelts save lives. And it's a loss.
Down to 1:20 remaining in this 4th quarter. Looked to be Jeff Wright who was involved with Miami's right guard, Harry Galbraith. Here it is.
Well, they got their face mask on face mask, and they're going down, and, you know, let's... Look at this. Everybody's in there. You don't get too close. Look at Cornelius Bennett. He doesn't get too close. Just, you know...
The final stats are going to certainly raise some eyebrows when people check it out around the country in tomorrow's newspapers. For example, and we're not finished yet, but Marino has thrown 48 passes, 22 for 48, 315 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. But Miami not able to stop the Buffalo Bills.
Offense, both men are disqualified for punching. Both men gone.
The ejection announced by Bob McElwee.
There they are. Galbraith, Jeff Wright.
Jeff Wright, Buffalo starting nose tackle, a man who took over for Fred Smerlas. Good rookie year in '88. His play fell off last season. He's had a good one this year. And the starting right guard, Harry Galbraith, in his third year out of Tennessee. Both depart. Jim Kelly playing well despite the knee injury, guiding the Bills to the victory and to advancement to face the winner of the Bengals and the Raiders in next week's AFC Championship game that will take place here in Buffalo. And Marino with the time, and it's a Miami touchdown. Tony Martin, first-year player from Mesa in Colorado, originally a fifth-round draft pick of the New York Jets, able to get on the board with 1:15 remaining in the fourth quarter.
And we're going to see, I think, is one of the most exciting plays in football. Stick around for it because it's going to be onside kick, and especially in this snow and ice, that's going to be fun. That's flying all over the place.
On the adventurous side. Tomorrow, Cincinnati and the LA Raiders starting at 3:30 Eastern Time right here on NBC. Raiders have won 5 straight. Cincinnati, with a couple of injury problems, they have won 3 in a row. And Stoyanovich puts it through. There's Tony Martin, the man who caught the touchdown.
And again, Marino on target. Here he comes down. They got Clayton going to the outside. Tony Martin coming under inside. The Bills are really not much of a concern there. That was Darryl Talley standing in the end zone as a linebacker playing deep safety.
So the Bills now lead the Dolphins 44-34. This a throwback to the old AFL days with the point total, 78 points in all. That is now 1 short of the NFL postseason record. We mentioned that 41-38 San Diego-Miami overtime game back in '81. So they're 1 point away in terms of combined points. 1:15 remaining in the fourth quarter. And following this game, we will either go to Bob Costas and NFL Live, or Eric Utley, perhaps for an update from NBC News later tonight on NBC. It is the all-new Saturday Night Live with host Joe Mantegna from Godfather 3 and musical guest Vanilla Ice, plus a close-up look at the fans of the Chicago Bears. Don't miss it tonight on Saturday Night Live.
You know, Marv, if the Buffalo Bills pick this ball up and run for a touchdown, they're going to run smack dab into a horse's rear end. They're in the end zone down there. They're in the end zone. Bing! Get knocked out down there.
Paul, such a twisted view on the world of sports and life in general, it should be added.
That's right. Why not? We're not here for a long time, only a good time.
Let me write that down.
Uh-oh, we better get those horses out of there. Here it comes.
There's the onside, covered up and held by Andre Reed. Well, they put the good hands people up front, and Andre Reed was able to hold on. And the crowd is counting it down. 1:13 remaining.
Thurman Thomas,
quarter.
Jim Kelly are in the game to take a knee.
For the Miami Dolphins, despite the loss here today, certainly a satisfying bounce-back season for Don Shula and his club. They've come a long way from last year's record of 8-8, 6-10 the previous season. Their first winning campaign since back in 1987, and their first trip to the playoffs since back in 1985. Well, Thomas running it. As we work down to 1 minute remaining in this fourth quarter. The Bills with a 44-34 lead. Right now, let's go to NBC News. Thank you very much, Garrett. 102 remaining in this fourth quarter. It is a 2nd down and 6 at the 41.
I can't imagine what Marv's looking at there. They try now. If I go into the parking lot and I take this map and I go left, I can get out of here.
And again, Thurman Thomas.
Okay, see, how do you say? All right, now let's say I take this. If I take the road out of here, I can get out within an hour out of the. See that he's got. That's the thing. That's a map in his hand. He wants. And looking here, and he says, if I go down, follow that van on the right, I'm out of here in about 4 minutes.
Time running down. 35 seconds remaining. Well, last year Buffalo lost in the AFC Divisional playoff to Cleveland, following a 9-7 season, winning the AFC East. It's been a glorious run for the Bills. Regular season 13-3. They got the bye and the home field advantage in the playoffs. And they will host the AFC Championship game next week here on NBC against the winner of the Cincinnati Bengals and the LA Raiders. The final score, the Buffalo Bills 44 and the Miami Dolphins 34. And let's see how they handle the security. To this point, no one has made it onto the field.
Well, they won't go on the field because they have the championship game next week. Why would they want to go on now?
Oh, I see. Clear thinking. Is that what you're saying?
Hey, I got it.
There's the final. Marv Albert, Paul McGuire saying so long from Buffalo. We'll be back with Bob Costas right after these words.